Hi, everybody. We need to have a conversation. Um, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on. I think we need to go backwards. I think that we need to take ourselves back a little bit. I think that we all need to just thank you. My familiar is here for support. I think we need to all step back a bit. And we need to think about what people have been saying to us for the last 4 years. I want to specifically go back to Vladimir Putin and what he told us 4 years ago. He said he wanted to get his trade out. He said that the West was actively blockading his ability to do trade. He said that the American policies and NATO were having a horrific impact on Russia's economy. He was concerned that the pipeline would be sabotaged. He threatened nuclear war based on the remotes. He threatened that he would detonate a dirty bomb using Zaporizhia as a dirty bomb. We got into the remote from 4 years ago, and based on that remote, we suggested that the United Nations act as mediator to prevent a potential nuclear war. So now we are between 48 to 72 hours from potentially this individual detonating the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, which he has booby-trapped. I want to be very specific here because I've looked at aerial views of the nuclear power plant. And I've been very specific about how theoretically they would do this if they were going to do this. So we have 48 to 72 hours to see the UN step in for mediation at this point. Now, the way that they would detonate the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant is such that scientists are concerned it could have a magnitude greater than Hiroshima. We've talked about that. Now, the insanity of this is that he's taking Russian citizens out of Kherson, but the wind blows east. So this is a stupid idea long term because it means that the people most likely affected would be Russians, parts of North and Central China, North Korea. It would swirl up and rotate the nuclear waste. It would hit the North Pole. The majority of the people that would be harmed would be Russia and her allies. So that is the insanity of where we find ourselves. So we go back to where we were 4 years ago. And what we said 4 years ago is that this situation desperately needed mediation. Mucho macho energy, whether it's coming from the United States, whether it's coming from NATO, EU, it's not helping right now, and it's actually making Putin feel even more cornered. What he needs right now is an olive leaf. That's what he needs. He needs somebody to come in and give him an olive branch and say, let's sit down and talk about it. He has to have a way out. We talked about this years ago, and now we've come to that point. It's not like you can have a little nuclear disaster when you're talking about the largest nuclear power plant in Europe. So it's not like, ooh, it's going to be a little burn. This is a major situation. And so for that reason, I would request that everybody just send a lot of healing energy right now to that part of the world, and also encourage our leaders to just, I talked about this a lot, about cooling the heat and that October was going to be the definitive month when you follow all of the dynamics. And so I've always believed that human beings, when put into these situations, usually choose life. And I really hope that we can step back and put our egos aside and come down to a place of mediation, because there have already been so many people that have been hurt. So I just wanted to put that out there. Without mediation, I think that, yes, he's going to carry through with his threats, which is why the only thing we can do at this point is to step in and offer some kind of mediation so that he has a dignified way out. And that's basically the remote view for tonight. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Be well. Bye-bye.